So hi, in this video I am going to create a particle collision out of one object to the other object using TYFLOW. So I'm going to show you what it is going to look like. So this particle here will collide with the shape with my city here, and it's going to create some sort of an explosion. And for the part that it doesn't have the face, it's going to come down like that, and the particles that collide with the face will explode and making like disruption like that. So here, the story here, this will be the city with this height that I have shown in the previous video, and then this is going to be the sun, the particle sun that is going to collide with my city here. So that's going to be my story. So now how I made that is I'm going to create the new TYFLOW from the start. I have created the model here with the height of the gravel buildings manipulated by displays, and also I have created the sphere. This will act as the particle of the sun, and this will act as my city. So you can see how I did this in the previous video to see how I manipulate the height of the buildings using bitmap from displays modifier. So now I am going to start creating TYFLOW here, and then after that I can go to modifier, and then I can open the editor. So here, to make it easier, I'm going to divide my screen, and then after that, so the first step here is I am going to give birth to particle from this sphere object. So to do that, I'm going to choose bird voxels. Here, it's going to create particle inside the volume of your object. So I'm going to click pick, and then I'm going to pick my sphere. And then after that, you can see if I just hide this, you can see the particle here is created. So now I can choose particle bind here to bind this particle when it collides. So here I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to also select breakable. So now after that I'm going to choose particle physics, and here I'm going to change the shape radius here, and also I am going to go here and choose the time into continuous. So now it's set. Now I can go to choose force. This is going to give a force to my particles when it collides. So when I used the TYFLOW before, I used the wind to make the particle fly, but in this case right now I'm just going to use the gravity so that it can come down. So I'm going to show you what it did. So you can see the particle is coming down towards this model, but you cannot see any explosion or any particle because we still need to make a second event to make that happen. So now I'm just going to create a collision so that the particle can collide with the model. So now I can go to collision here to create a collision, and then I'm going to pick the plane. So now if I play, you can see the particle now colliding with the plane, but it's still not making any explosion. so I'm going to put it back. Now I am going to create a shape so that you can see my particle. Here I'm going to create shape, and then I'm going to change it to 3D, and I'm going to choose cube, and then here on the display I'm going to choose geometry. So if I play, so you can see it's now colliding with my face. But in order to make some sort of explosion, I need to create a second event. But first I will go back to collision, and then I'm going to quickly change it to collide with front faces. And then now I can join them with the second event, and then I can go to Foroni fracture. This is to make a fracture, to fracture the particle. So here I am going to choose shape center. Timing is continuous. So if I go here, so you'll see like some kind of explosion, but it still doesn't have like some sort of like a collision with the plane. So we need to add some sort of force so it can go down, and we can add, and then we can add collision so that it can collide with the plane. So if you see here, it's actually going up, and we don't want that, so we need to add gravity here to the so I can choose force, and then I can give it gravity here, so it will come down like that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to create a collision again. And then I am going to, first I'm going to go here, and I'm going to quickly change here. Oh, it's already set. So I can go to collision, and then I can pick again. I can pick the plane, and then I'm going to change the shape radius, and then also to collide with front faces. So now you'll see it's making some kind of collision with face. Now I'm going to go to particle physics here, and then I'm going to change to shape radius again, and also timing set, and then I can go to display here and change it to geometry. So now we can try. So now when we try, you can see that the particle is making a collision with this object, and it's exploding and following the surface of the head of my buildings here. So yeah, so that's how you create a collision between two objects, between one particle to the other surface. You can make all sort of some kind of surface you want. You can make a city, you can make just a plain plane, and then you can follow these steps to make this collision. So yeah, thank you for watching.